Former EastEnders star has been cast in the final episode of Casualty, titled Charlie. The show's long-serving character, Charlie Fairhead, will bid farewell. This casting decision adds anticipation to the episode, promising an emotional and memorable conclusion for fans of the popular medical drama. EastEnders' Jack Branning faces huge ultimatum from Denise Fox. The Walford detective faces a life-changing dilemma. EastEnders spoilers follow. The 6 Christmas Day secrets are once again under threat in EastEnders, this time due to Jack Branning's suspicions. Thursday's episode saw Denise returning home after being sectioned a few weeks ago, but there was still tension between her and Jack. Jack had been looking through the statements the 6 made to police about the events of Christmas Day when he realized there were major inconsistencies. While Jack was keen to ask Denise about these inconsistencies, his wife continued to try to sweep everything under the rug. Jack pressed on with his attempts to get the truth from Denise, even as she warned him his questioning could send her back to the psych ward. The detective brought up the numerous issues in the 6's alibi, like Denise's fingerprints not being on the bottle that struck Nish. 10 huge EastEnders spoilers for next week. Why did the 6 of you cook up an elaborate cover-up on the night one man gets attacked and another one goes missing? Jack asked. He warned that he couldn't protect Denise unless she was honest with him. Denise admitted that she'd attacked Nish with the bottle because he was trying to kill Suki. You can plead reasonable force when you confess, Jack told Denise. Denise was horrified at the prospect of confessing, so she changed the story to suggest she'd hit Nish with such force because she'd fallen out with Jack on Christmas Day. You used your daughter's self-harm to blackmail me into staying with you, she recalled. In that moment of blind rage, I dunno, maybe I did wish it was you. She turned the tables on Jack, claiming she'd hidden the truth to protect her husband's precious job. Jack apologized again, telling her that he loves her. Soap movers, who's leaving, returning and joining in EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale and Hollyoaks. And I love you. I've never been more certain of that than I am now, Denise told him. The detective begged his wife to confess, though she still refused and vowed to deny any allegation if he tried to turn her in. I've told you everything I know. I don't know what happened after I left. I don't know where Keanu is, she insisted. The episode left off with Denise warning Jack that he could choose to support his family or pursue the case against her and lose everything. Job or marriage, what's it going to be? Denise asked. What will Jack decide? Casualty casts former EastEnders star for Charlie's final episode. Annette Badland will star in a special flashback, Casualty spoilers follow. Casualty has cast former EastEnders star Annette Badland to play an important role in Charlie Fairhead's final episode. Actor Derek Thompson is leaving the medical drama after 38 years in the role, and this Saturday marks his final episode. It remains to be seen whether or not Charlie will survive, as at the end of the previous episode, the nurse was stabbed by troubled patient Kyle. Casualty confirms double episode after Charlie Fairhead exit. This week the team, including fan favorite returning character Zoe Hannah, rushed Charlie to Rhesus to try and save his life. As he drifts in and out of consciousness, he flashes back to an important day early in his career before his long stint at Holby. The flashback to the 1980s will begin with the surprise retirement party for charge nurse Shirley, played by Badland, which a young Charlie shows up to hungover. BBC denies reports Casualty is ending. Shirley gives Charlie some much-needed advice, telling him he needs to pull his socks up if he wants to get the job he wants at Holby. The nurse's advice seems to come at just the right time, as soon after there is a nail bomb explosion that fills the hospital with casualties. While Charlie's life hangs in the balance in the present day, the flashbacks will show him responding to a difficult day at work, and will also uncover a hidden connection between him and Dr. Stevie. Badland is known for playing Aunt Babe in EastEnders, as well as a range of roles including Landlady May in Apple TV's Ted Lasso. Casualty star Derek Thompson confirmed for new role after Charlie exit. In an interview, Thompson has praised the writing in his final episode, which will see his iconic character exit the ED for good. He said, "When I first read the script, I didn't have to think about it at all, because it's just great storytelling. The way Michelle Lipton wrote these episodes comes across like she's written 8 plays, taken from so many points of view. I don't think there's another writer who could have done it. I think my final 2 episodes are some of the best episodes of my career. Casualty airs on Saturday nights on BBC One. The show is now releasing episodes early on BBC iPlayer at 6 a.m. on the day of transmission. Ender the line? Denise Fox issues Jack Branning with an ultimatum as she returns in EastEnders. Can the couple ever settle their differences once and for all? Denise Fox and Jack Branning's marriage has been hanging by a fragile thread. After being sectioned, the EastEnders hairstylist returns home and pushes her husband to make a decision for their future. The copper portrayed by Scott Maslin is reeling after his wife leaves him with a huge decision to make in scenes airing next week on BBC One. Walking on eggshells around Denise prompts Jack to turn to his mistress, Stacey Slater, for advice, but she recommends to do whatever his other half asks. Later on, as she grows more desperate to keep Keanu Taylor's murder a secret to avoid repercussions on herself and the rest of the 6, Stacey pays Denise a visit to persuade her to get her marriage back on track. The 2 women put their best foot forward as they arrange a family barbecue to bring both sides of baby Charlie's family together. At the barbecue, things are awkward and Stacey talks with a fragile Denise, feeling terrible. Out in the backyard, Stacey tells Jack that she wishes she could be selfish, but he needs to be there for Denise, thus putting an end to their affair. Jack holds his arms out for a hug in agreement, but tension escalates and they share a tender goodbye kiss. Unfortunately for them, Stacey's former husband Martin Fowler walks in and catches them. Jack and Stacey insist to Martin that the kiss was a moment of madness and beg him not to tell Denise. However, Denise's daughter Chelsea interrupts and is suspicious when Stacey rushes after Martin. When alone, Stacey admits to the affair with Jack and tells Martin it's over and the whole thing is none of his business. Later on, Martin confides about what's happened to Kathy Beale, who desperately tries to persuade him to keep the secret. While Martin is completely unaware of her motives, Kathy, like any other member of the 6, is keen to keep Keanu's death under wraps. Kathy guesses that Denise finding out the truth about Jack's affair could have some serious repercussions on the rest of the 6. Back at the Brannings, Jack breaks down to Denise about how scared he's been about her, leading to a breakthrough for them as a couple as they pledge to fix things. But can he really stay away from Stacey? Is Denise really willing to work on her marriage with Jack after he neglected her during her downward spiral? Will Martin say anything about Jack and Stacey's kiss? EastEnders spoilers: new relationship teased for depressed Lauren Branning, but she's not into it. There may be a new romance on the cards for Lauren Branning in EastEnders, though she isn't exactly thrilled by the prospect. Since her return to Albert Square, Lauren has faced plenty of drama. First of all, she was arrested for smuggling drugs into the UK, but was thankfully released when cousin Penny came clean about her involvement. Then, she discovered that Linda Carter's daughter Annie was actually her half-sister, and more recently, her best friend's boyfriend Zach Hudson tried it on with her. Amid all of that, her relationship with Peter Beale has been complicated, to say the least. Though Peter was keen to make a go of things, Lauren insisted that they should be friends for the sake of son Louis, leaving Peter disappointed. However, in upcoming scenes, it is Lauren who is left disappointed when Peter reveals that he can't make it to the 30th birthday party Penny encourages her to host because he has a date night. Lauren isn't keen on the idea of celebrating her birthday, and is even more put off by the idea that Peter won't be there. With Lauren feeling down about her upcoming birthday, Penny tries her best to cheer her up. She decides that the best way forward is to make Peter jealous, and sets about making a dating profile for Lauren. How will Lauren react, and will it work? Please subscribe our channel.